Hey guys, it's Marissa. So today I wanted to post something a little bit different. I've never really seen anyone do this kind of tutorial before, so I wanted to create one myself, and that is just to create like a gold inspired makeup tutorial. So if you're interested in how I did this look and just like what kind of products that I use, then just keep on watching. So the first product that I'm going to be using is the Covergirl concealer stick in the shade Neutralizer, and I'm just going to be applying that to my eyelids and just putting on a couple layers, applying it with my finger, and just so that way it just kind of creates a little bit of a base before I add on the eyeshadow. So the first palette I'm going to be using is the Too Faced Extra Spicy Gingerbread palette, and I'm going to be dipping into the shade For the Gram, and I'm going to be applying that with the Morphe M321 brush, and I'm just going to be applying that to my crease for now. So now I'm going to be completely buffing it out with what I just placed using the Morphe M330 brush. I'm using the shades Butterscotch and Plenty of Dough. Before adding the gold part to the eye look, I'm going to be using the NYX Glitter Primer, and I'm applying that with the Morphe M167 brush, and I'm just kind of creating that to the eyelid of my eye and just creating this as like a base before I set it on there. So now I'm going to be using the Too Faced Pretty Rich palette, and I'm going to be dipping into the shades Fluent and Diamonds, and I'm going to be applying that with the same brush that I was using before and just applying that wherever I left the NYX Glitter Primer at. And to really just make those edges a little bit more crisp and sharper, I'm going to be also using the e.l.f. Precision brush just to really round that out. And I'll just be repeating those same steps to the other eye. And I also just didn't think there was enough gold that was included into this eyeshadow look, so I also took the shade Candy Queen from that Gingerbread Extra Spicy palette, and I just try to like blend it in with what I just placed with that shimmery gold shade and just try to buff it out a little bit. Now I didn't have a gold eyeliner or anything, so I'm just going to be taking the shade Cookie Call, and I'm going to be applying that with the e.l.f. Precision brush again, and I'm just going to try to blend that out with everything else. And I'm really just going to try to focus and create more of like a smoked out wing effect with it. And then to just sharpen that wing and just catch any kind of fallout that might have happened, I'm using the Clinique makeup remover wipes, and I'm really just trying to sharpen those outer edges. And I'll also be wiping down my face too, just to make sure that there's no more fallout anywhere else or dry skin. For my brows, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Lemon Craze palette, and I'm going to be dipping into the shades Old Fashioned and Sweet Tea, and I'll be applying that with an e.l.f. angled brow brush. To prime my face, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, and I'll just be rubbing that all over. And then just to cover up any kind of like dark spots or redness on my face, I'm going to be using the Tarte Concealer Shape Tape, and it's going to be in the shade Fair Neutral. And I'll just be blending everything out using the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. To set my face, I'm going to be using the Airspun Loose Face Powder in the shade Naturally Neutral, and I'll just be setting that everywhere where I place the concealer. So the bronzer and blush that I'll be using is actually from like a little Ulta bag kind of set. If you know what I'm talking about, they usually have one like every couple of months just for like, you know, seasonal stuff. And I'm just going to be using their matte bronzer and their Shimmer Rose Blush, and I thought it kind of resembled like a rose gold kind of color. So I'll be applying that with the Ulta blush brush, and I know it's a little bit dark on my skin. I'm just kind of like applying it on my skin as much as possible, and then once I set it with the Morphe setting mist, I'll just be blending everything into my skin again and just trying to make it as less dramatic as what it's showing right now. But for now, like how I said, I'm just going to be putting the product onto my skin and just focusing on that, and then afterwards I'll just be blending everything into my skin using that Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. For my lower lash line, I'm going to be using that Too Faced Pretty Rich palette again, and I'll be dipping into the shade Oh That's Rich and applying that with the e.l.f. Precision brush. To highlight the inner corners and the rest of my face, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's like the loose face powder in the shade So Hollywood, and I really love her products, like especially her highlighters. I just think that they're very pigmented, so like a little goes a long way with them. It just really makes the skin look super dewy and kind of like almost like a wet look, if you know what I'm talking about. So if I apply a little bit too much onto the skin, I will just be blending it in again using that Miracle Complexion sponge. But yeah, I just really think that this just completes the overall look. To make sure that my brows stay in place, I'm going to be using the Ulta Beauty Brow Tint in the shade Medium. Then I'm going to be applying mascara to my upper and lower lashes, and I'm going to be using the product Rimmel London Scandaleyes Wow Wings in the shade Extreme Black. And I'm just going to be applying a couple of coats to my upper and lower lashes. And literally, I don't know why, but every time I do my mascara, I always sneeze. So like, comment below if you have the same problem. It's so annoying. For lips, I'm going to be using the Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson collaboration, and it's going to be in the shade I Gotta Go, and I'll be applying that as the first coat.
Seeing eyes of mine, what do you feel beside?
And then to top it all off, I'm going to be using the Kylie Jenner Super Glitter Gloss in the shade Glamour, and then that is the completed look. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this week's video. Again, like how I said, I never really seen anyone else do like a gold inspired makeup look. I'm sure that there are a few out there, but I've personally never seen any with who I watch on YouTube, but I just thought it'd be a really fun look to recreate. And if you guys enjoyed this video, just make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!
Trees inside of me, in this desert I can look at you with love, seeing all that I can learn. Can you stay and I will grow?